What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. White woman outs her MAGA family. She got like a 5-part series. I was scrolling through TikTok and I heard her. I was like, oh, I gotta listen to all this. I gotta listen to all this gossip, right? Because she's spilling the beans. I'm all for white folks spilling the beans. See, the children of these MAGA people, they're sick and tired, being sick and tired of all the skeletons in their closet. And social media has given them the opportunity to put all of that out in the open for all of us to enjoy. So without further ado, let's listen to this white woman expose her MAGA family for their MAGA-ness. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
I'm making a series about my wholesome MAGA family. Got the red shirt and everything for this. You're gonna love it. Today, I'm gonna talk about my grandmother. Grandma, I love you. She married and reproduced with her first cousin, so I mean, starting off strong. So my grandma keeps this book of dead people, okay? It's literally pictures of dead people in their caskets that she's been to the funerals of. She goes to Walmart, she has these photos developed, and she puts them in a picture book, and it's her dead book. Have you ever known somebody to use racial terms that are so old you have to Google them to learn what they are? Then you don't have a wholesome grandmother like I do. She called a 7-year-old a term that I just can't put on here. It's for mixed children. She also wrote me a disownment letter. I actually brought this letter up to my family, and she denied it. She tried to lie and say she didn't write the letter. But newsflash, I'm crazy too! I kept the letter. I've kept it all this time. Oh yeah, I kept the fucking letter. You bet your ass I kept the fucking letter, bitch. The letter doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's a lot of really specific information that happened then. But like, basically she was being racist and I fucking was like, Grandma, shut the fuck up. And she's like, I'm disowning you. And I'm like, alright, bet. And I ain't spoke to her since. She's tried reaching out to me. And I told her to shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me. You made your fucking bed. She only wanted to talk to me because I had kids. You know, maybe I should get to the part about, you know, the childhood. This is just the current shit. Let's go into the childhood. My aunt, her daughter, lost custody of her children for another video I will be making. And so my cousins were adopted by my grandmother. Y'all know it, tale as old as time. The problem with her adopting both of my cousins is that one of them, their father, is Puerto Rican. And as you've heard, this bitch is a racist. So for years, my grandmother has swore up and down that when my cousin was like 13, she intentionally put conditioner on the bottom of the bathtub and tried to kill her. That didn't happen, okay? My cousin used baby oil after she shaved. My grandmother, after this, like after that happened, beat her with a cane so bad she couldn't walk for like a week. So for reasons that I will get into in another video, my dad didn't want to take care of me when he would have me for summer vacation. So he would leave me at his mother's house. And naturally, I would see abuse, and I would be like, hey, maybe don't do that. I was not very annoyingly outspoken when I was a kid, so it was not elegant at all. So what did she do? She kicked us out for fucking days at a time, and we would live in the woods out back with nothing. Like, I think Walmart probably knew where we got that food from, but like, I just want to give a shout out to Borders Bookstore for housing us all day. Every single day. I miss you. I'm making a series about my wholesome MAGA family. Hey, Dad. Now, it's taken me a long time to figure out how to plan this out and to film this video properly. And I've kept having to restart over and over again because there's just so much. So in my mind, with my dad, I have it broken up into, like, age categories, I guess. I have the first period of time where they were married. I call that, like, the marriage years, okay? This is, like, the time period from when they were in a relationship, engaged, and married, and then a little bit after they got divorced, too. This is the time period where I only have recollections from other people. These are not memories of my own. These are only stories from other people that were happening at the time. So take the truth what you will in some of these, because you already know where I've learned some of these stories from. But a lot of them are I fully believe because they were told to me by my mother, and I trust her. But then after the marriage years, we have like my childhood years, which is like before I was a teenager, but after the divorce. And then I have the teenage years, which is like, you know, after childhood, but before adulthood. But it like ends when I'm like in my 20s-ish. And then the final stage is like adulthood, current events. Alright, let's film the marriage years. I got this. Don't fuck up at TikTok. Please stop fucking up. Now, in my area, we have this like school lottery where you can choose where you want to go to school at. And my dad went to one school in a different district, but my aunt Stephanie, went to school with my mom, and that's how they met. I know at some point my mom was originally with my sister's dad, but she was like dating my sister's dad, and then she was dating my dad, and then she went back to my sister's dad. Whole love triangle thing going on, okay? Wait. In high school, there's some stories, okay? Like, to kind of show you the kind of friends that they were. So, my sister's dad and Stephanie, they were in a car together at some point, okay? And Stephanie was asleep on the, in the back seat of the car, in the passenger side, okay? And my sister's dad thought it was funny that he could just turn the car and and she just hit her head on the don't. But he wasn't paying attention to the road and ran their car off the side of the road into a cornfield. So, I mean, they were all friends. So my mom gets married to my sister's dad. My mom gets pregnant by my sister's dad. But her parents say that they won't help babysit my sister unless my sister's dad and my mom get married. My mom was not ready for marriage. She didn't want to get married to him. But they get married and divorced. And then my mom starts dating my dad again. My dad's pretty self-important for a guy who was a glorified rebound, but okay, that was rude. That was too far. Maybe that was too far. Maybe not. Anyways, they get together, right? And then this guy starts hitting on my mom. His name is Manuel. Manuel, as you'll recall, is my cousin's father. But my mom is like, hell no, that dude is nasty as fuck. I am not touching that with a 20-foot pole. With gloves on. Full hazmat suit. She's not doing it, right? So she's like, I know somebody that you are going to love. And my mom is like, oh my god, Stephanie's gonna think this is so fucking funny. And then Stephanie starts dating the guy. And my mom is just like, I'm making a series about my wholesome MAGA family. So Manuel. Stephanie and Manuel are off doing their own thing, you know, having a kid. And my mom's dealing with her cheating piece of shit husband. My dad, like, for fuck's sake, this man slept with all of my mother's best friends, except his sister. And I still question that one. So in one of the many get-togethers and breakups, you know, my dad went to go stay with his grandmother in North Carolina. My great-grandmother. Okay? Love you. Miss you, Nanny, every day. My dad... So he went to sleep in her bed, in his grandmother's bed. And from one of his little flings, he had managed to get crabs. A really, really, really bad case of crabs. And then slept in his grandmother's bed. And she slept in the bed. And she got crabs. My dad gave his grandmother crabs. Imagine that story not being the end to any amount of cheating and infidelity that you could ever commit against anybody ever. How is that, if you believe in God, how is that not the sign from God? Okay, so, my mom, okay, one of her friends, I don't know what to call her. I should probably come up with a fake name for this girl, because, I mean, like, yeah, we'll call her Harry Potter. Harriet Potter, okay? We got Harriet Potter, who is sleeping with my dad, okay? And around that time, she mysteriously gets pregnant, okay? It's one of my mom's best friends, okay? The baby that she has, her name is Ariel. And she looks just like me. Even growing up, we look so similar. It's astonishingly similar. And to this day, Harriet won't say shit about who the baby daddy is. But she was sleeping with somebody's husband, and I guarantee you, she got pregnant. And I have offered to give a blood test if she ever wanted to see. If not, no big deal. No big deal. But Ariel, my offer still stands. You can do a blood test anytime. So my aunt gets with the guy who's running guns across the Canadian border. I don't really know if that's true, but that's what I was told. This is also around the time my cousins come to live with us because my aunt lost custody the first time. While my dad is giving his grandma crabs and fucking knocking up bitches. My grandmother, Becky, she told my mom that my dad would stop cheating if she just put out more. When my grandfather cheated on my grandmother tried to kill herself and went to the hospital. My mom cleaned that shit up for the family because none of them could do it. My mom did that for them. And here this woman turns around and says something like that. Here this family comes around and does shit like this. My mom fucking snapped, okay? And let me preface this by saying she did her 26 weeks of DV classes, okay? My mom will probably immediately come on here and correct me. But the way it went down was my mom hit my dad with a lamp. And then my dad threw my mom into a closet. And then my mom had grabbed some kind of old clock that was in the closet, got up and started wailing on my dad. That's kind of, I think, what happened from my memory. I just remember me and my sister walking into my mom's room, and she is just coming out of the closet with this look in her eye, like with something in her hand. And we were like, we're out. Like, me and my sister just want to take the salt shaker and lick it off the couch, because we were fucking weird kids. I'm telling you, these fucking COVID babies are something else. 90s babies were shit up here. I'm making a series about my wholesome MAGA family. So, naturally, they get a divorce. Okay? Real messy divorce. My dad is adamant that he's gonna get sole custody. He doesn't, pays child support. He's mad about the child support. It's a tale as old as time. You baby daddies ain't shit. Okay, anyway. So my dad immediately after the divorce starts dating this chick named Tammy, right? And I hope her daughter is doing well. I've heard that she's doing pretty good. I heard she actually went to school for psychology, but I don't know. I think she's doing great. I hope so, because she was everything to me. So my mom was doing the every other weekend type thing because he was still in the state at the time. But while he was with this woman, Tammy was a heroin addict. I'm pretty sure it was heroin. It was just in a needle. I don't know. It was in a needle and I didn't see no spoons. I don't know. I was little. And Tammy's daughter would literally take care of me the whole time that I would have to be there. She made sure I didn't have to hear anything that they would do. She made sure that I could color books and we would draw mazes for each other and play that as a game together. Mind you, this girl was 12 and she was way older than me. I mean, she wasn't that much older than me, but in kid times it was she was basically ancient, a wise one. But I do remember walking out one time because I had to go to the bathroom, and all I saw was a needle in my dad's arm. And I just turned around because my mom's mom was diabetic, so I didn't think anything of it. But looking back, that was probably really fucked up. And even now my dad was like, I don't take drugs. I never took drugs. So naturally, my mom freaks the fuck out because my father is dating a heroin addict. How unreasonable of her, right? I don't know why. I don't know why this made my dad throw a series of temper tantrums that would ultimately lead to him leaving Tammy, moving to North Carolina, and joining the military. Hoorah! But my mom hears nothing from my father for a very long time. But she finds out that he did join the Marine Corps. And so she started making some phone calls dude, you got a fucking kid. She finally gets in contact with his CO. He has no idea that my father has abandoned a child. And if you're a Marine, if you fucking know, you fucking know. You don't abandon your kids. You get in trouble for that. So they get child support set up, and my dad calls my mom. Pissed. You called my CO. Pay your fucking child support, dude. You can't just abandon your children and be like, oopsies, I'll start over somewhere else. So then my dad proceeds to barely speak to me. Okay, my mom kept a notebook for years about how many times he had reached out to me or sent any form of contact, whether it was a letter or a gift or money. It was not a lot. I should get a picture of that. I'll have to find that. I know my mom has it somewhere. One time he called me 3 days after my 15th birthday to wish me a happy 13th birthday. And what do? And I just was like, thanks, Dad. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Good job. Like, you tried. That positive reinforcement, you know? So, for a while there, my mom was dating this guy, and he ended up being a chomo, okay? We told my mom, me and my sister did, what was happening to us. And she immediately kicked his ass out. We went to school, I think, or went to state. I don't really know. But she kicked his ass out. All his shit was on the curb. And she was like calling police, filing lawsuits. She was fucking on that shit. And people looked at her like she was crazy for doing all of this. And my mom was like, look, a child this young, 2 children came to me at 2 unrelated separate instances and told me that this man was doing that. My children. Either they're both batshit crazy and I need to get them help, meaning I don't need to date this man anyways, or he's touching my fucking kids and I need to get him out. So either way, I'm making the right choice. Screw you guys for thinking I'm not. I'm making a series about my wholesome MAGA family. And you know what my dad does after all of this, after my mom comes in like a knight in shining armor? He sits there and blames my mom for everything, says it's all her fault. You're out your mind. Fast forward a little bit. My dad gets married to this woman I have never even heard of, okay? I know all the details of my dad's life because my grandma will call me and gossip about it all the time. Yeah, a little kid. My mom had recently gotten married. And my dad decided that he needed to get married, okay? So he got married to this woman. And she was a literal fucking bitch. So there was one summer I went to stay with my dad. And I had gotten my dad something for Father's Day. It was this little Superman doll, okay? And I had written on it, "You're my favorite Superman," for Father's Day for my dad. Amy, my stepmom at the time, made my dad put it in the closet and put it away because that's the other woman's shit. Like, that's the other woman's daughter. Like, you don't need to be dealing with your other family. Like, so Amy had 2 kids, okay? John and Jennifer. John was older, Jennifer was younger. I have Tourette's syndrome. I have had tics my whole life. One time, John called me an air humper, making fun of my Tourette's syndrome. I thought it was funny. It was pretty creative. I'd never heard that one. But my cousin, who was there with us because we were packing for a vacation, we were all going to go stay on the beach together, and she whooped his ass. I mean, it took every adult to take her off of him. She was mad. And Amy decided that I was the problem. Like, sorry, my genetics breathed. Sorry. Sorry. But then there was another time that Jennifer was throwing rocks at my younger cousin. Just kept, like, I'm talking chucking it. Like, my cousin was bleeding. And so me and the older cousin, the one that's the same age as me, we beat her ass. Well, my cousin beat her ass. It's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. You're like 13-year-old throwing rocks at a 9-year-old. Like, not fair, my ass. Call your brother over here. It's not the first time we whooped his ass. But then again, Jennifer didn't get in a single bit of trouble for that. And then karma came along. We were on vacation, and Jennifer got dragged out into the ocean. My dad had to go get her. Fucking stupid bitch. We told you not to go out there and you didn't fucking listen. I can do what I want. That's why you're on drugs now, bitch. Anyways, so like, another time, my little cousin accidentally spilled a little bit of juice on the tile in their kitchen, and my stepmom lost her shit. Lost her mind, okay? And said that my little cousin had to clean every single bit of tile on the floor from spilling one little bit of juice. So me and my cousin were like, that's ridiculous. That's too far. Like, making her clean the tile, like, yeah, that's fine. And the surrounding ones, maybe even. But, like, not the whole fucking floor. You just want someone to clean the floor for you. Like, if you want someone to clean the floor for you, just ask. Don't make a 9-year-old feel bad over some fucking juice. Near the end of my dad's relationship with Amy, he discovered that I did not like Amy. And you know what he does? He calls me. He calls me and he says, "It's none of your business that you don't like my wife. That's my wife." And I'm like, "I know, Dad. That's why I never said anything. What do you want from me?" At the end of the relationship entirely, my dad gets recruiting duty, okay? And if you know anything about recruiting duty, it's brutal. Like, it is. It's long hours. It sucks. So he goes to Alabama, but Amy stays in North Carolina. Yeah, a serial cheater goes to a different state. Yeah. So then he meets my current stepmom there. The one that he's currently married to. Because he does divorce my other stepmom, eventually. I'm making series about my wholesome MAGA family. So my dad is now in a relationship with my stepmother. My current stepmother. My current stepmother is, she's 9 years older than me. My father is 11 years older than her. Lots of trophy wife being thrown around. It's very gross. Very weird. I'm very uncomfortable. But I don't think it's going to last very long, so I get to know her anyways, and she's really nice. She's got 2 kids. At the time, I would have had 2 step siblings. And then I hear, like, almost nothing. Like, I am talking to my father more, and I'm having conversations with him more often. This woman is being good for him. Like, he's actually being present as much as you can in another state. It was like throwing me for a loop for a long time. And then I get a call from my cousin in 2010, okay? She says that she just can't sit on this any longer. That she can't sleep. She calls me and she says, "Listen, your stepmom and your dad, they just had a baby 2 weeks ago." What? What? I know if I'm talking to my dad regularly, and I just find out that not only was she pregnant the whole time, but they already have been in and out of the hospital. Oh, you lost your goddamn mind. So I call my dad and I say, "Hey, what the fuck, man? Like, that's a sibling right there. That's my sister." He explains to me, if you remember from way back in the previous video, that my dad was upset at my mom for calling his CO to tell him that he had a kid and to get child support set up. Well, I don't know if you know this about the Marine Corps, but when you have a baby with another woman while married to another woman, you can get in trouble for that. So my dad didn't tell me about a sibling because he was afraid that my mom was going to call his CO and say something, as if this had anything to do with my mother. I still have the email from my father of the very first picture I ever got of my sister. Way back in 2010. I still have it in my inbox to this day. And it is 15 days after she was born. That is when I found out that I was going to have a sister, let alone that I already had one. I'd post it, but I don't want my sister's birthday and information. I'm sure I'll think of a way to blur it out after I post this. But anyways, they finalized the divorce with Amy. She's being kind of a bitch because she was trying to wait. She does what she does, which is like marry people in the military, and then they mysteriously died after they could get pensions for her and stuff. We couldn't prove it. So, like, there's that, but we can't disprove it. I know what you did to that guy, Amy. I know what you did. Okay, but now we're set up for some slightly more current events, okay? I'm probably going to post all of these and then do like a combined one with my dad and my stepmom, because they're a combined series of my dad and my stepmom, because I There's a lot.
Fuck this, fuck that, and bitch, fuck you. Fuck this, fuck shit, fuck your daddy too. No, I ain't forget you, motherfucker too. Motherfucker, fuck your blood and this fuckery they got us going through. Those fuckers put us under spells. Said fuck y'all to a living hell. Fuck all the laws that nature tells. So we die cursed while they live well. But fuck, I've had it up to here. I curse their curses with no fear. I give no fucks, I'll live to hear the song that justice sings so clear.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.